Good morning to everyone present here. Welcome to our webinar on Boost Admissions and Improve Alumni Interaction with Salesforce Community Cloud. I am Mukta Ashok and I'll be your moderator for today's webinar. Now before we begin, let's review a few pointers on how we can interact during the webinar. Now you're looking at the attendee interface of GoToWebinar. The viewer window on the left allows you to see everything that we will be sharing from our screen. And there is a control panel at the left, and this is how you can participate in today's event. We would want the session to be more interactive, so please do ask questions and share your comments. We'll be reviewing your questions as they come in, and we'll take them up towards the end during the question and answer session. As we move on to the webinar, I would also like to introduce you to our company, Suyati Technologies. Suyati focuses on delivering niche IT solutions and services, including CMS, CRM, and e-commerce. We are a Microsoft Gold partner and Actron featured implementation partner. We're also partners with Terex, Symphony, and MongoDB with extensive experience in .NET, free and open source, and mobile app technologies. When it comes to Salesforce, we are an App Exchange partner and offer topmost solutions in customization, development, migration, and integration. A team of 30 plus developers, including Dev 401 certified developers, have created around 1 million LOC delivering out-of-the-box solutions which end up as industry standards. My pleasure to introduce you to our featured speakers, Aditya Mohandas and Dennis JS. Aditya is a senior software developer who has been focusing on Salesforce projects at Suyati Technologies. Being a passionate Salesforce developer, he has obtained the Winter 15 Dev 401 Salesforce certification. His skills include Apex programming, JavaScript, C#, etc., and he works mainly on Visual Framework. Moving on to Dennis. Dennis is a software developer at Suyati Technologies. He's a Salesforce.com certified Force.com developer who at present works primarily on Visualforce pages. Some of his skills include JavaScript, C#, Ajax, and Apex programming, and he's also familiar with Adobe software such as Photoshop and Illustrator. Our social media tags, please do feel free to post questions, follow us, or even tag us. You can use the hashtags and handles that you see on the screen. Now I'll walk you very quickly through the agenda of the day. We will start off with discussing the important functionalities of Educational Institute. Then we'll move on to explaining the importance of communities in Salesforce CRM. Later, Dennis will take us through the useful features that can be implemented by our communities in the educational domain. Now, that's all from my end as of now. Moving on to Aditya.
Thanks for the introduction, Mukta. So, let us look at the importance of communities for educational and training purposes. For every training or educational institute, the interaction between students, teachers, as well as alumni is important for building reputation, branding, as well as business growth. Nowadays, this should be on web and mobile. The community application here can help the organization to create a better platform for these interactions. Now, every institution has partners in the institute, like admission agents, career guidance professionals, and franchisee business partners. There should be good interaction between the employees and partners. Moving over to the service agents. The service agents can reach to the students, prospect students, as well as partners through a customer community. Next is the admission. Admission is an essential aspect in every education institute, right? So the existing students should be able to invite more people into the community. The queries they ask about the courses and the admission processes should be clarified. The students who wish to take admissions should be able to complete the form online. The day-to-day execution of the institute should be handled online. Everything in the institute should be handled online in community. This will include the examination process, training, and publishing results. The launch of new courses and the exciting offers for the students should spread through the community. So, next we'll deal with the Salesforce community. So what are communities in the Salesforce CRM? Communities are brand space for an organization so that the customers, partners, and employees can connect with each other. In our case, that would be a collaboration between alumni, students, and teachers. It helps in better interaction between them so that the organization can provide the right information. In Salesforce CRM, multiple communities can be created for different purposes like education, healthcare, automobiles, software industry, you name it. So moving on to the key features of Salesforce communities. Using communities, we can create collaboration between students, teachers, partners, and other staff. Behind the success of every organization, the collaboration between members among different hierarchical levels is essential. This can be achieved by a well-designed community application within an organization. This will increase the overall performance of an education institution by bringing various departments within the organization closer. Also, some students who are performing well can be recognized and awarded. In return, this will result in motivating others to perform well and share their best practices. Next are the partners. Partners play a major role in the growth of an organization. An effective collaboration with the partners can contribute to your growth. Partners can be given features to immediately clarify their doubts and get prompt responses from the organization for any information they need. All these features are part of a collaboration system. Now, moving over to the customer service in Salesforce. Effective customer service will decrease the effort for selling your products. The customer service is changing from phone calls and emails to mobile-friendly applications. People love to chat without disturbing their personal activities. This can be achieved by setting up the customer community. Finally, the sales and marketing process. The complete business process can be achieved by customizing the community application. This will accelerate the growth of business and decrease the pain of selling. I mean, it's really good for marketing guys. The customers can easily purchase from the company if they are provided with a marketplace where they can access through their mobile devices and make purchases. The sales and marketing process will become more simple and effective. The impact and reach of new releases and new products will be huge if done through a community. So that's all from my side. Now Dennis will go through the usage of communities in an education enterprise.
Thank you, Aditya. Hi everyone. We can have an overview of the Salesforce community we have created for an educational institution. We have created a sample community for educational purpose which deals with admission procedures, member interaction, training, online examination, and results. Using communities, students, teachers, and other staff can keep in touch with all graduates even after the completion of their course. New students can apply for different courses through the community portal. The students can also undergo online trainings on different courses, attend examinations online, and view their scores. Now, we can look at the features we have implemented using Salesforce communities. First of all, users need to register their profile in the Salesforce community. External users can register in the community using their personal details and a valid email ID. They need not be an existing user in the Salesforce org. They will be registered under Customer Community User License in the organization. By default, a community user will be registered under Customer Community User Profile, but it can be customized in the community settings. Community registration page is accessible publicly. Upon registering the profile, an automated email will be sent to the provided email ID with a link where the user clicks to confirm the registration. Here is the interface of the login page. The users who are not registered can use the register button to register their profile as we have just discussed. For those who already have their profile registered can log in using their credentials. The login page can be branded by adding a logo or changing the colors of the various elements in the page. It can also be extensively customized using Visualforce. We can also implement features like single sign-on using external providers like LinkedIn, Google, Facebook, and Twitter. After logging in, the user can access different features of the community. This is how the admission form looks like. Using this, the candidate can opt for a course by registering their details in the portal. The details include name, gender, date of birth, address, zip or PIN code, phone number, educational qualifications, and the course he opts for. We have put the email address as a unique field to prevent a user from submitting multiple applications. Communities help in branding and customizing the Education Institute website to make it more attractive to the users. The admission form can be beautifully created easily via Salesforce One Lightning Community Builder using the declarative point and click method. These forms will be responsive and will adapt to different devices like phones, tablets, etc. The administrator can access applications and approve or reject them based on the criteria and the information provided by the user. The users can see the status of their applications inside the community itself. The notifications about the new courses, features, current admission process details, remaining vacancies, etc. will be spread within the community. This will increase the reach to new students and will gradually lead more students to come to the programs. In this way, the complete admission process can be embedded inside the community so that the users will feel the process is very simple and fast. For a student who wishes to join for the training, the community provides an open platform for clarifying all the doubts about the course as well as the institution through the interaction between students, teachers, and other staff. Users will get expert advices through the community, and the alumni interaction in the community will give the users confidence in the college. This is an example scenario which involves interaction between alumni and students, where an alumni poses a query and a student answers it. In this way, the alumni can keep in touch with the institution and can provide fast and reliable information. Partners help in providing expert advices on courses, vacancies in the institution, fee structure of the courses, etc. Here's a small collaboration between a partner and a customer. The customer inquires the partner for a particular service and the partner provides the solution. Such interactions boost the relationships between members, which is one of the key features of Salesforce communities. As we all know, training videos play an important role in every student's life. Tutorials on various subjects can be posted on media streaming sites and they can be streamed to the community. Tutorial videos from media streaming sites can be easily included in the community. Interesting videos can be shared among other users also using the chatter feature of Salesforce communities. The videos can further be shared to public or private groups in chatter. Students can also undertake online quiz based on the courses. Online examinations can help teachers and students to assess their training performance based on the scores. Different types of examinations can be created like multiple choice questions, essays, open book exams, quiz, etc. for different courses. The questions can be posted in chatter also for reference by other students. In this case, we have created a set of multiple choice questions for the students which they can answer and get access to their scores immediately. Finally, we have a page for overall results of the students. It shows the student name, admission number, the result of their performance. Results can be published online or can be posted in the chatter page. The results can be sorted and filtered based on different criteria like name, course, register number, and so on. So that's all from my end. I hope you all got a better understanding of functionalities provided by communities in Salesforce. Now we can move to the QA session.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Aditya. Now we'll move on to the question and answer session. We are ready to address your questions. Type in your questions using the question feature on the GoToWebinar. So we have a few questions coming up. Our first question for the day is, what is the difference between communities and portals in Salesforce?
So communities provide collaboration between different people using Chatter. Now Chatter is a functionality which is not available in portals. Second difference is the communities provide authentication to site.com pages, which is also not available in portals. And the third difference which I can think of is communities also implement single sign-on feature, which is a pretty new feature, not implemented by the portals.
Okay, I hope that was clear. Now, our second question is it possible to use community without a login feature?
Definitely. Communities content can be accessed for external unlicensed guest users without login or registration into the community.
Okay, so the next question is, what are the different user licenses under the Salesforce community?
So basically, there are three licenses in Salesforce community. First one is customer community license, which are for basic end users. Second is the customer community plus license, which are for business to consumers. And the third one is partner community license, which are for exclusively for partners.
Okay. Our next question is, are there any inbuilt or already available templates provided for designing community in Salesforce?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Salesforce One Lightning Community Builder provides numerous templates like Napili, Cocoa, Coa, which are very user friendly and responsive to any device like phone, tablet, desktop, anything.
Great. Moving to our fifth question. Can an administrator build community using declarative point and click method?
Yes, Salesforce introduced Salesforce One Lightning Community in which users can just drag and drop logos, headers, pages, extra, and build a good community website.
Great. So can I access communities in Salesforce one app, that is mobile devices?
Yes, you can access, login, register, and perform every functionality in a community through a mobile device. Moreover, if you are using a Lightning Community Builder, there is no need for you to concern yourself to make the community mobile compatible. It is already mobile compatible by default.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, next question is, what kind of Salesforce license can an educational institute use for students in the institute?
It depends on the use of the community. If you are building a community for partner only purpose, then you can choose partner community license. On the other hand, if you wish to include external customers and end users, you can also include customer community plus or customer community license.
Okay, moving on to our last question for the day. Which all editions of Salesforce supports communities?
Well, the developer edition, enterprise edition, performance edition, and the unlimited edition supports communities. You cannot enable Salesforce community in professional editions.
Okay, so that's all. This is all the time we had, and please look up for a follow-up mail that will alert you on the on-demand status of the webinar so that you can review any materials that you have missed, or you could simply go over again. So thank you, Aditya, thank you, Dennis, and thank you, audience. Any further queries will be taken offline. Reach us at our social media, or you can simply drop us a mail at webinar@suyati.com. So that brings us to the end of our webinar. On behalf of Aditya, Dennis, and our team at Suyati Technologies, thank you for joining us and taking the time to attend our webinar. Have a great day.